Today, guys, we're going to be working another component on the series for submissions from bottom side control. So one in particular that I like is this one. Let's say your opponent has you in bottom side control, right? What I like to do is always have a C clamp to start off with underneath the shoulder, right? And then you also have your near leg close to his leg, so you can set up a lot of different things. Sometimes you can grab your own leg. Sometimes you can go to side mount, but you can always feel and initiate different things if you have your leg pressed against his body, right? But in this case, we're gonna have him pressed against your frames here, and then you just sort of push up and get this hand in, right? You get this hand in, and then two things that you want to do. One is open up his collar here real quick a little bit, and then go around his neck and then grab here. And you want to have his collar right on the tops of your fingers right here, right? So not too deep, not too at the very tips, just sort of right there. And the reason why you want to do that is because here will be the pivot, and you're going to use that pivot to then move your wrist around that pivot. So you don't want it too far into your palm, because then you won't have much length on the lever. So you want to have enough length on the lever to come there. You're going to grab right there. And then with this, what you're going to do is you're going to put only two fingers in. Because again, when you put two fingers in, here's the pivot, and then you're going to get a lever right there. If you go too far down into the palm, right, like here, your pivot is going to be here, and your lever is only going to be this long, right? So that's not much of a there's not much length to that lever. So you wanna get the pivot up here. So you're going to grab here and then turn towards him. With this, you're gonna grab here, turn towards him. And you're still gonna be here, and he's gonna think that you are under his control still. And what you're gonna do is pivot both in, and you get the tap. So like that. So what you're doing essentially, you're having one collar here, and then you're pivoting this together. So there's not really much slack here to move around and not hit the carotid. You're going to anchor yourself with this grip, and with this grip, you're going to anchor yourself to his carotid. And then from there, you just stay tight, and it's just all wrist. Now this is sort of counter to the conventional suicide choke, right? Where you don't really use much wrist and you're using a lot of arms. But I find that when you use a lot of arms, there's a lot more variables and a lot more things that can go wrong. And you sometimes, depending on how strong and big the guy is, and depending on how tight you have it, you might expose yourself to an arm bar. So again, mechanics here are, you start here, you come up here. Just with your thumb, open this up slightly, and then quickly go and grab the opposite collar. With this, two fingers here, and then face into his neck. Hold, keep tight. You might even be able to hang out here, and then he'll start to feel like he's safe. And then you just wrist in, and then you got it. So yeah, sort of a modification to the suicide baseball choke. Check it out, and remember to like and subscribe.